Hey guys, it's Evan, and today's video is going to be another little Herb Saturday video. I know I have been completely backlogged these past 2 weeks, especially with all that has been going on, but that is why these next 3 videos I will be uploading today will be uploaded today, which is not on their typical uploading days. It will be 1 Herb Saturday and 2 crystal, rock, gem, mineral, and metals. For last week, I've been so busy and I just have not had the time to do it. So I'm going to be doing those 3 videos today, and then we will be officially all caught up within the series. Within the series. So therefore we can just be on track and not have to be all backlogged, and we can keep learning, keep the flow going. Everything's gonna be fucking awesome. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. Today's video is going to be the Herb Saturday, going to be about basil. A lot of you guys have been requesting this because basil is one of those herbs that almost everybody has in their pantry if you're not already growing it. It's super easy. You can get it from any kind of market. You can get it dried, you can get it fresh. Some metaphysical shops sell the essential oil form of basil. So yeah, I thought I would tell you guys more about that, and it also goes along with the hot kind of herby, earthy type of herbs we've been talking about. Like last week we talked about cinnamon, which is a fire and a sun herb, and today we're going to be keeping that kind of theme with the hot months, because here in the northern hemisphere it is the dead heat of summer. It is the middle of summer. It's super hot. So I thought that, herbs that kind of work well in that type of temperature would be more appropriate to talk about right now. So without further ado, let's just hop right into this. This is now, I think, the second or third time I've said that, so let's just do it finally. Anyway, as we all know, as I just said, the element and direction, I guess if you will, is fire. Basil is one of those herbs that likes to be grown in a lot of direct sunlight, depending on where you live. Where I live personally, it more likes partial shade to direct sunlight, depending on how direct the sunlight is. Like if it's really cloudy out but you still have those UVBs coming through, it likes that. But as I said, each soil pH level is different, each terrain is different, so just check the little cards if you're growing it from seed. It'll tell you when to plant them, when to harvest them, how to water them, what kind of sun, all kinds of things like that. The planet is not the sun as you would think. It is actually Mars. Mars is the most masculine of all the planets. And along with Mars is it can either go 2 ways. One way, it can go very smoothly for a lot of people. What I mean is if you particularly invoke Mars, the planet itself within your practice, if that's one of the parts of your spirituality that you inherit or that you personally cherish is Mars. And for some people it can go the opposite way. It can go very, I guess, opposite of where your intentions were, point blank. Say for example, you want to do a love spell, because love is one of the power flows and one of the magical uses of basil, and you do it wrong, or you have the wrong intentions, or you have the wrong mindset, the wrong tools, the wrong ritual, whatever it might be. Invoking Mars into that might definitely make things a little hazy. Moreover, speaking about, I guess, governed items, if you will, or deities, or astral planes, if so. The 2 main deities that are associated with basil are 2 Hindi goddesses known as Vishnu and Krishna. Now, I have been getting video requests to do more in-depth videos on deities, gods, and goddesses, but my deities and my god and goddesses might not necessarily be the ones that you celebrate, so I haven't really wanted to do a deity series yet. Just simply because I feel like I need to have more knowledge before I just go ahead and spewing bullshit all over the internet. So for those of you requesting videos specifically on Krishna, I will be possibly doing a video of that in the future. I'm not even going to give you a time frame because, like I said, Vishnu and Krishna, Hindi goddesses, are not what I personally celebrate within my spirituality and my craft. But if you are continuously interested, I will do a video just for you once I gather enough information and enough knowledge on the topic. Moreover, power flow. Basil is a lot like cinnamon in the sense that there's a lot of different ways you can use it. Most commonly, you can use it for protection, prosperity, purification, wealth, love, success, things of that nature. And there's a variety of different ways you can use basil. As I said, you can get it dried, you can get it organically, like whole, not dried, at a lot of grocery stores, or you can grow it yourself. And you can use the dry leaves, like I said, from your pantry in spells or incense involving exorcisms and protections. I personally have never exorcised anybody. A lot of you have actually asked me that, and I have never done that. But if I were to do something like that, basil would be one of my go-to objects, if you will, just because it has been used countless times and times again throughout the centuries in a lot of Eastern medicine and cultures for that type of thing. You can also use it to make a bath sash. I personally recommend the dried form or the essential oil form for that, just because you don't want big chunky whole leaves of basil floating around your bathtub if you're trying to, you know, purify and cleanse yourself, because in the long run you're going to have to stop what you're doing and clean out the chunks of basil in your tub. So you don't really want to do that. But to each their own. If you want to, go ahead and do that. You can also, as I said earlier, use it in prosperity and wealth rituals, whether that be any type of form possible. You can simply put some of the oil in a small divination bowl to kind of, you know, do some small oil divinations. You can even use the dry form of basil in a divination bowl for the same thing. When I say divination, I more specifically mean divination about your personal wealth and your personal future and prosperity. But I suppose you can use it for divination as a whole. I don't see why you couldn't. You can add it to love spells and love incense. For this personally, I recommend using the oil. 1 drop of oil is all that you need, whereas if you use dry basil tends to burn really, really quickly. So I recommend the oil because it will also have the intention and the power flow in the oil just as well as the dried form. You can also burn it to consecrate objects, more so masculine objects such as Athenes. Athenes are more so associated with masculine energies in that nature. Skulls as well. This is a skull that I found during an eviction. My family owns property up here, and they rent out property, homes and such. And when people get evicted, if they can't take all of their things, or if they're just trying to get rid of some things to make more room, then it's my job to go through it and to see what's donatable, like clothes and books or things like this, you know, like skulls that not everybody's going to be interested into. In which case, then I will take it, I will consecrate it, I will bless it and purify it, so any residual energy from that or any type of energy that's negative will not be on that. So objects like that, you can burn basil to kind of consecrate and to bless. And lastly, you can use basil as an offering for special deities, especially the Hindi deities, like I was saying, Krishna and Vishnu. And what I mean by you can give it as an offering, as in you can give it a basil tea, or you can give the deities just a whole basil leaf, just, you know, to offer them the basic intention or for whatever ritual it is you're doing. For example, if you are invoking a specific deity like Krishna, and you want to do a specific ritual or spell and it involves invoking that deity, I highly recommend using basil to do that. Some deities, for example, like sage or cinnamon incense or frankincense, things of that nature, and some deities like basil. So yeah, that's pretty much all for this Herb Saturday. As I said, it's not uploaded on Saturday, but this will be uploaded to my Herb Saturday playlist, so if you guys have not already seen all my previous videos, I highly recommend that. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more, and you can comment below any kind of video request or any kind of Herb Saturday request that you have. So yeah, off to the next 2 videos for the day. I wish you all lots of light, love, and blessings, and I will see you next time.